Hey guys, it's Kyle Thompson here with Thrustmont Real Estate Group, bringing you the final market update for all property types for 2023. I apologize, it took me a few extra days to get this out. I really wanted this out about 4 days ago, but I've been making a new format for this. I think the new format will be much better. It'll make it easier to follow the data and you'll be able to see a lot more stuff. But it turns out I'm not nearly as talented on the computer as I thought I was. So what I thought was going to take me 2 days is on day 7 and I'm not done. So back to the old format for this month, and with that out of the way, let's jump right into it. All right, last month we had 77 new sales, we had 142 new listings, the average list price was $647,224, the average sale price was $616,179, the average days on market to sell was 59.42, we ended the month with a monthly inventory of 589, which gave us a monthly supply of inventory of 3.64. That means, using the monthly supply of inventory method, that we're slightly into seller's market territory. If we look at the sales to new listing ratio instead, we came in at 54%, which puts us into neutral market territory. I do think that that's more indicative of what's going on in the market, as the numbers can get skewed when we have low volume. Speaking of low volume, let's take a look at the inventory. New listings continue to decline for the 4th month in a row, which once again is common for this time of the year. Sales have declined for 8 straight months after peaking in May. The number of expired listings came in at 99 last month, which is the highest in the last year. December typically has the highest amount of expired listings, as nobody wants to move around the holidays, and people often take their listings down if they're not selling so that they can relist them in the spring. The benchmark price for a home declined $13,200 last month, from $586,100 down to $572,900. As always, let's zoom out for a moment and take a look at the 10-year averages to keep these numbers in perspective. We ended the year with 3,536 new listings, which is the second lowest in the last 10 years, with only 2020 having fewer new listings, when we came in at 3,487. We ended the year around 6% below the 10-year average of 3,761. Jumping over to take a look at the sales, we ended the year with the fewest sales in the last decade, coming in at 1,943, which is slightly lower than in 2014 when we came in at 1,965. That means we ended the year 18% below the 10-year average of 2,376. Now let's zoom in and take a look at the numbers by sub-area type, starting off with units sold. As you can imagine, judging by the overall sales were down in most areas year over year. Some of the areas with really low sales volume did see a year-over-year increase. However, for areas that had at least 30 sales or more, only Cherry Creek, Campbell Creek, North Kamloops, South Kamloops, and Brock had year-over-year increases. Areas that had at least 30 sales throughout the year that were hit the hardest were Valley View, Barnhart Vale, Sun Peaks, which were down anywhere between 25 and 42%. Now jumping over to take a look at the average sale price by sub-area type. In the vast majority of areas, prices declined year over year, with the exception of Sahalee, Sun Peaks, Cherry Creek, and Campbell Creek. Once again, the areas further away from town with low sales volumes had much bigger spikes both up and down. But most areas around town, the average sale price fell anywhere between 0 to minus 13% year over year. Now that we've taken a look at what's happening with the inventory, let's take a look at how long it's taking properties to sell. Once again, we'll start off with the 10-year average and then progressively zoom in. In 2023, it took an average of 51 days for properties to sell, which is about 12% below the 10-year average of 58 days. If we look at the numbers for the trailing 12 months, we see that in December, it took an average of 59 days to sell, which is about 3% above the 12-month average of 52. When we zoom in and take a look at it by sub-area type, we see that Rayleigh, Westmont, Barnhart Vale, Aberdeen, Brock, and Sun Rivers are moving the fastest, all with an average days on market to sell of 40 or less, whereas Knutsford, Sun Peaks, Pritchard, Paul Lake, Monty Lake, and Campbell Creek are taking the longest to sell, all averaging 80 days or more. That's it. That's all we have for today. Once again, I do want to apologize that it took me longer than normal to get these market updates out. I do think that you will enjoy the new format a lot more. If that sounds interesting to you, please feel free to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as always, if you ever have any comments or suggestions on things that we could change or add to these monthly market updates, please feel free to leave your comments or suggestions in the comment section below, and I will get to them as soon as I am able. Thanks for watching.